Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 and the pitfuturestrading.com coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, March 4th. And the Bulls put on a very, very stellar performance, especially after the 7th time frame. As we do have an inside day, but barely. I think the bell saved that. And what turned out early on to be a large rotational day, basically inside of the price probe from the second, turns into a very, very, very impressive trend day up, 3 sets of single prints, price spike, price probe. Very impressive. Volume 157 million with the after hours. We're going to do between 170, 175. Obviously a lot less than previous days, but still pretty healthy, especially on a move to the upside of this magnitude. Now, bottom line is, even though what we did today is impressive, we're in balance. That's all we are. We had an inside day. Yes, it's a huge balance, but it's still balance on the daily, right? It's still the healthiest of the 3 time frames, but it's still balance. Opportunities today. Took a long in A period when we got down. I talked to this morning in the video, right? L&M's high and the price probe from the second got long, wrote it up. That was a nice trade. Same thing in B period, except in B, came down. As soon as it came back up above them, got long, held the long, it increased my long above the opening, took it out at A's high. That was nice. We went rotational then. After that, for like 4 time frames, I didn't do anything. You could have bought the same area and sold the opening each time for decent. I was on the phone when this trend day started. Probably kept me out of trouble because at the time, since we were 7 for 7 wide, the odds of fading it and coming back in would have been good. Well, good thing I didn't do that. Good thing I was... So we ripped up. The only other trade I did, I was on the phone for a while, and then I watched this whole move up. I took a long in M period right before it flushed down a little bit, and then right before the 350 algo, which you knew on a day like today would rip it up, and that's exactly what it did. Now, a couple of things that you knew the tempo was changing in favor of the Bulls. Yes, the market was up all day. However, it was just a rotational day, and it was a huge rotation, but not, you didn't know who was winning. And why do I say that, even though the market was up? Well, we went back and forth through the opening, the first 5 time frames, 6 time frames. We went back and forth above the 200-day moving average, 5 time frames. Now, in the SPY, we did not get below it in F period. We did not get below it in G period. Actually, we didn't get below it anymore after the E period. We did go through the opening 2 more times, but then finally, when G popped, instead of coming back in, buyers really took control and started rolling. Now, I did say that whoever wins that 200-day moving average, I think is going to win the next directional move pretty good. Now, you know, we trade up to 313. That's almost $9 higher than where it is. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about going even higher, right? But at least for the short term, the winner of the 200-day moving average won big time today. Okay, destinations for tomorrow. And again, we talked about this morning. Our destinations, especially on the upside, are far and wide. So price seeks its level. The Bulls have a ton of ammo now after today. Ton of ammo. We'll see how they defend it tomorrow. And an inside day. On the upside, we have today's high of 313.10. Then we have yesterday's high of 313.84. We take those 2 out. If you come out of an inside day tomorrow, you're going to take that out and probably that out easily. You don't have anything to 318.11. Then we have single prints, 321.28 get filled at 322.04, and then a daily high of 324.61. So like I've been saying, you get any kind of movement on the upside, it's going to move. And today was a perfect example today when we finally broke out of this rotation. Now, for the downside, much ammo for the Bulls to lean on. First thing, all right, we had a price probe and a spike. Probe can only happen in M. A spike can happen in J, K, or L. Well, J took out H's high. As long as you close above it, that price spike is in effect. So your first destination is the price probe, L's high of 311.14. Then our first set of single prints. They start at 310.69 and get filled at 310. Then the price spike, H's high of 309.42. Then the second set of single prints. They start at 308.17, get filled at 307.97. Third set, they start at 307.74, get filled at 37 cents, and then today's low of 303.33. We only went 7 wide after being 7 for 7. And then chart-wise, getting into some interesting areas here now. Monthly. Outside month down, got right up again to this trend line. It's going to be interesting if we get above it. The next big level on the monthly would be January's low, which is 320.36, right? That's how we had the outside month down last month. So that would be very interesting if we test that level. Weekly, we're still down. Still gap is my main focus. Right now with 2 days to go, we have an inside week going. Last week, let's see the volume so far. So last week we did 1,244,000,000. This week we've done 700 million so far with 2 days to go. And then the daily. Now the daily, like I said, is the healthiest out of the 3 time frames because they're in balance. I mean, when you look at, if you take away Friday, right? Look at what we did. You know, down 1,000, up 1,000, down 1,000, up 1,000. It's balance, my friends. That's all it is. You take out the outlier of Friday when they really flushed them, we're in a nice balance here. It's a 3-day balance I'm going to use. So far, the bulls won the battle of the 200-day moving average. Very important. You win it, you stay above it, well, what's your next destination? You start taking out these daily highs, and then the 50, and then that tremendous gap up here. You know, you would think moves of these magnitudes would take a little while to take back. Well, so far, they've taken back a lot. We've gone right from 285 up to 313, taken $28 back out of a 50-somewhat move. I think it was 54 from the high. Taken over half of it back. This also isn't, this is not the healthiest action for a market to be down 1,000, up 1,000, down 1,000, up 1,000. Not healthy. Is the big boys, are the big boys done selling? I don't know. And the reason I say that is you usually don't get it on a day where we did 300 and whatever we did that day. Was it 380? I think. 385 million. I don't know. Even yesterday when they forced it down, 300 million. Doesn't usually go that way. Usually you get some tapering off. You continue to go down and then you see the volume and the range start tapering off, and you know they're coming to the end. You get the laggards in. Haven't seen that yet. So I'm still not convinced that it's all done, everything, the green light's on and we're going all the way back to the all-time highs. I don't think that green light has been given just yet, for sure. 3-day balance, a lot of ammo the bulls have to lean on, not even including the 200-day moving average. It'll be very, very, very interesting tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be a huge day because of the inside day. If the bulls are able to come out of an inside day to the upside and hold it, and that's going to be pretty impressive, right? If they come out of it but quickly get rejected and come back into today's range, then there'll be a little more doubt. And obviously, if something happens overnight and we come out of the inside day to the downside, well, then sayonara to the bulls, I think. So tomorrow's going to be a really key day, I think, how we react off of this really big upside day, but still in balance. I hope you had a great day trading. Have a great night, and I'll see you prior to the opening tomorrow.